I'm going to use a yoga strap today. You by no means need to use a yoga strap. Everything we're doing can be done with hands and feet. If you want a replacement for your yoga strap, you don't have one, a piece of rope would work, or a sheet, or just a piece of fabric. If you want a yoga strap, I'll mail you one because I got a ton of them. If you do have a yoga strap, go ahead and assemble it like this. See the two rings here? Put the strap in the two rings, over top the first and back through the second. And then you got a little loop. I'll just put that aside for later. Go ahead and get into a comfortable seat, whatever that means to you. That could mean sitting up on some blocks, or sitting on the mat, laying with your back on the mat is fine as well. Today we're going to talk about the third chakra, the navel chakra, your ego center. It's yellow. The color associated with your navel is yellow. It's also associated with fire, with digestion, and with self-worth. So as you get yourself into a comfortable seat, you begin to pull that spine nice and long and find space in your back. You shrug your shoulders up and gently release them down, feeling space, taking up space. You begin to just start to bring your awareness to your breath. No need to judge it, no need to change it. Just pay attention to what it's doing. While you're here in this introspective space, I want you to think about an affirmation mantra. It can be as simple as I am loved. It can be as simple as I am enough. You can think I am safe inside this body. Anything that you feel is positive towards yourself. Just gently repeat it silently in your mind on your exhale. Continue to think of that mantra as we slow the breath down. On your next exhale, make sure you get all the breath out of your lungs. You can release through your lips. If you want to flutter, you can. Everything out of the lungs, and then we'll inhale together. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. And exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remembering that mantra. Inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Holding at the top. And exhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do 3 more like that. Inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Pausing at the top, remembering your mantra, and exhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Pausing. Inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Exhaling with your mantra. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pausing here. Inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Exhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. You can breathe normally. See if you feel any difference in the way And the way your inhales and exhales are. So you can focus onto that spot above the navel. Either imagine you're looking at it. You can drop your head down and gaze at it. Just imagine a yellow light just at your solar plexus, just below the ribs, just above the navel. Just a glowing yellow light filling up your center. Imagine that yellow light being a fire if you'd like. Maybe each inhale that light gets a little bigger. It spreads throughout the body a little bit more. When you're ready, you can return to a normal breath. Raise your eyes, open them, or raise your gaze. Make any adjustments in your seat if you'd like. You can change the crossing of your legs. You can come off the blocks. You can come back up on the blocks. But we'll start by focusing in on that, excuse me, navel chakra again. Imagine yourself pulling that space towards your spine, elongating your tailbone into the ground, pulling up on the top of the head to elongate that spine nice and big. And we'll just extend the legs out in front of you. Give your knees a little shake out. We'll start by gently lifting the arms in the air on your inhale and exhaling down towards the legs. You can grab onto your shins, your ankles, your toes, whatever's most comfortable. Try not to round down in the back yet. Keep a nice long spine. Even if that pulls your hands up towards your thighs a little bit more, no big deal. I'm going to stretch the spine here. Imagine that string pulling you nice and long again. Maybe each of your exhales, you go down a little bit lower. Maybe with your inhales, you stretch your spine a little bit longer. Go ahead and exhale, roll down. We'll inhale back up. This time, spread the legs out as comfortable for you. Comfortable as you can make it. If you can go forward with your legs really outstretched, go right ahead. We're just going to do the same movement now, but instead of going towards the feet, we'll go towards the center. Again, keeping a nice straight back, trying not to round, opening up the sides, pulling that solar plexus in, elongating that tailbone down. You can make micro moves with your fingers and walk yourself forward if you'd like. If you're more comfortable reaching out to either side of your legs, you can, as long as you're still folding forward. Make sure your feet are nice and flexed here. On your next exhale, you can round down. Inhale, back up to center. Bring those legs back together. We'll bend the right knee. Place the right knee over the left leg. And hold that knee into the chest nice and tight. You might feel it down here in the upper thigh. Place the foot on the outside of the knee again. On the outside of the thigh, maybe this time if you pulled it really close. From here, we'll inhale the opposite arm in the air. Exhale, hook that elbow over your knee and twist to the back of the room. Inhaling for a nice long spine. Exhaling to twist back a little bit deeper. Inhale, nice long spine. Exhale, twisting to the back of the room. Inhaling for a nice long spine. Exhaling to twist. Two more like this. Inhale, nice long spine. Exhale, twist. Last one, inhaling for a nice long spine. And exhaling to twist to the back. Come to the center on your inhale, and we'll exhale, nice little counter twist to the other side. Now, instead of switching legs today, we're gonna take the straight leg and bend it back behind you. If that's not comfortable for you, you can do this next move with your legs still straightened out. If that is comfortable for you, you can kind of adjust your knees. So maybe they're on top of each other. Maybe this doesn't look so comfortable. You can come up like this if you want, whatever you're doing, just to cross the legs down at the bottom and make sure you have 2 feet touching the ground. We're gonna inhale, nice big T with your arms. And then we're gonna take the opposite arm. That's leg is on top. We're gonna bring it underneath, opposite arm underneath. Hook your hands together. The backs of the hands can be together, the palms of the hands can be together, whatever you prefer. See if you can make your spine nice and long here. Inhale those shoulders up to the ears and then exhale them back down, opening up those shoulder blades. See if you can pull those thumbs away from your face. Just breathe here. Opening up the back body, holding that solar plexus chakra nice and tight. Protecting it almost. You come down with your elbows and really feel how you're protecting it. When you're ready, you can release your arms down, give them a little shake out. We'll inhale them back up in the air again. And see if you can just drop to the opposite side that the leg is on top and reach over for a gentle stretch of the ribs. See if you can push this sit bone, this right sit bone down into the ground. When you're ready, we'll just drop the arm down, walk the fingers in front of us, and come over to the other side and give yourself a nice deep stretch. Those intercostal muscles, pushing that sit bone down. See if you can push both sit bones down into the ground. On your next inhale, we'll come back to the center. You can exhale, release your arms down. We'll go ahead and take this under leg, stretch it out to the front. Put both legs out front, change the crossing of your legs. Taking this left leg over your right knee. Bring that thigh in nice and close to your body. Drop that foot outside your thigh or wherever you got to here. Take the opposite arm as a leg, bend that elbow, hook it behind your knee, and then twist to the back of the room. Inhaling for a nice long twist. Exhaling to the back of the room. Inhale, twist. Exhale, find space. Excuse me, and twist to the back. Inhale, nice long spine. Exhale, twisting to the back of the room. One more like this. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back to center, and exhale, counter twist to the opposite side. Coming back to center, we'll bend this straight leg again if that's available to you. We'll place it underneath your hip kind of area. Adjust your legs so they're comfortable. Knee can be on top of your other knee. Feet are flat on the mat. Inhaling your arms in a big T. Taking the opposite arm as leg that's on top. We'll go underneath Cross the forearms, your hands, palms can be together, or back of the hands together, whichever is available to you. Breathing here, this should be the opposite side you went before. Inhaling, feeling those arms open, or shoulder blades open up in the back. Pull those thumbs away from your face. See if you can bring those elbows up to a 90-degree angle. Inhaling in the back body. Exhaling down. On your next exhale, release your hands. Shake them out to the side. Then we'll inhale them up into the air. Go down the opposite side as leg on top. Same arm as leg on top over your head. My left arm. Breathing here, stretching those intercostal muscles, pushing that sit bone down into the ground. It wants to pop up into the air. On your next exhale, we'll come forward, windmilling around, walk your fingers across, and come to stretch the other side. On your next exhale, you can come back to center, drop your arms down, extend this bottom leg out. Yep, and shake your knees. And then we'll come to a tabletop pose at the front of the mat. If you'd like to use a strap and tabletop, it's a good way to space your arms out and make sure they're right underneath you. If you do use one, make sure it's either on your forearm or on your bicep, never on your elbows. All right, so standing in tabletop pose. Pressing into the ground with your fingers, pressing into the ground with the tops of the feet, the shins, and the knees. See if you can make this passive pose active by really pressing the ground away from you. A nice big inhale here. We'll come into cow pose, dropping those udders down, shining that chest forward. Exhale, rounding in the back, dropping the head down. Option to tuck the toes under here for cat pose. Inhaling for cow. Exhaling for cat. Inhaling for cow. Exhaling for cat. Inhaling for cow. Exhaling for cat. Do one more together. Inhaling for cow. Exhaling for cat. You continue these movements at your own breath and your own pace. You can start to introduce movements in your spine, like an S and a C curve. You come down to a child's pose. You come up to a chaturanga. You link your breath to your movement. When you're ready, you can come to stillness on your mat, back in tabletop pose. We'll tuck the toes under and press back to downward facing dog. Feet can be hips width distance apart or wider, whatever you're comfortable with. You can start by pedaling the feet out, nice and gently. Maybe make that motion come into your knees, maybe into your hips. Maybe make it a really drastic movement. When you're ready to come to stillness, we'll inhale the heels into the air. Then exhale, pull the heels down to the ground. Press the arms into the mat. Come out of your shoulder girdle and press the thighs into the air. Breathing here in down dog. You're going to inhale, roll forward to plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhaling to plank. Exhaling to downward facing dog. On your next inhale, lift the right leg into the air, three-legged dog. On your exhale, bend the knee, swing the foot forward, tap your elbow with your knee. Exhaling back to three-legged dog. Check in with your left heel, bring it back down to the mat. On your inhale, bend your knee, roll forward to plank. Off that elbow with the knee. Exhaling back, three-legged dog. Check in with that left heel. One more like that, rolling forward to plank. On your inhale, bringing that knee to the elbow and exhaling back to three-legged dog. Bring your foot down to the mat, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, bring the left leg up, three-legged dog. Check in with that right heel, bring it back down to the mat. We're gonna breathe in, roll forward to plank, bend that knee, and touch that knee to the elbow. Exhale, three-legged dog. Inhale, bend the knee, top that elbow with the knee, and exhale, three-legged dog. One more like that. Inhale, bend the knee, rolling forward, tap the elbow. Exhale, three-legged dog. Breathe in here, nice deep breath. Exhale, replace the foot back down to the mat. On your next inhale, we're gonna roll forward to plank pose. We're gonna drop the right knee onto the mat and swing the left leg back. All right. We're going to place the left arm overhead like this for a supported plank pose. If this is not satisfying to you, you can extend this bottom leg out to match the second and come into a fully side plank back. Breathing here. 5 nice deep breaths. Pulling that belly button towards the spine. Elongating that tailbone down. Drop that leg down to the bottom. So you're in a supported plank pose again. We'll come back into downward facing dog. We'll come to the other side, rolling forward to plank, bringing that left knee down, swinging that right foot back, and coming into a supported side plank. Of course, if this is not challenging enough for you, we'll just take this bottom leg and bring it all the way up for a side plank. 5 deep breaths wherever you are. Drop that bottom leg down. We'll come back into downward facing dog. Give your hips a little shake out here. Take a nice deep breath in down dog. And on your next exhale, you can hop or step forward to the front of the mat so you're in a forward fold. Relax your neck here. Relax the top half of your body down. No need to strain or struggle. Your knees can be as bent or as straight as you'd like here. Option to rest your chest and belly on your thighs. Go ahead and nod your head yes, shake your head no. Make sure you're not holding any tension in your jaw. Just breathe. Your next inhale, you can place your hands on your shins and come into a nice long flat back. On your next exhale, we'll go ahead and fold deeply again. See if you can make yourself fold a little bit more than before. If your knees are a little straighter, if your head's pulling down towards the ground a little bit more. Maybe with each exhale, you fold a little deeper. On your next inhale, we'll slowly roll up to stand, placing each vertebrae on top of the other. Relaxing your arms at either side. Before we get into our sun salutations, I'm going to have just a drink of water. We'll come back to your mantra if you'd like. All right, standing in Tadasana, mountain pose. Feet should be hips width distance apart. Imagine you have a block on either side of your feet and you're pressing them away from you with the outsides of the feet. Arms are at either side. Fingers are engaged. Feel like lightning bolts are shooting out of your fingertips. You're going to inhale the arms into the air, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale to fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, hands on shins, nice long flat back. Exhale to fold forward, plant your hands, step back to downward facing dog. Inhaling, rolling forward to plank. Exhale, lower your knees, chest and chin to the ground. Inhale for a low cobra. Exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Breathing in down dog. On your next exhale, you can hop or step to the front of the mat. You're in a forward fold. Inhale, hands on chins, nice long flat back. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, drop your hands to the sides. All right, we'll do 4 more like that. Inhale your arms up in the air, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, hands on chins, nice long flat back. Exhale, fold forward, plant your hands, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rolling forward to plank. Exhale, lower your knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhale for a low cobra. Exhale, pressing back to downward facing dog. Breathing in down dog. On your next exhale, hop or step forward to the front of the mat. So you're in a forward fold. Inhale, hands on shins, nice long flat back. Exhale, folding forward. Inhaling, rolling up to stand, arms above your head. Exhale, hands at your side. Inhaling, arms above head, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands on shins, nice long flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Plant your hands, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, lower your knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhaling for a low cobra. Exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Breathing in down dog. On your next exhale, hop or step to the front of the mat, so you're in a forward fold. Inhale, hands on shins, nice long flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slowly roll up to stand. Release your arms to either side. Two more like that. Inhale your arms in the air, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, hands on shins, nice long flat back. Exhale, fold forward, plant your hands, step back, downward facing dog. Inhaling, rolling forward to plank. Exhaling, lowering your knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhale for a low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing in down dog. On your next exhale, hop or step to the front of the mat, so you're in a forward fold. Inhale, hands on shins, nice long flat back. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, arms down by your sides on your exhale. Do one more. Inhale, arms above your head. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands on shins, nice long flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Plant your hands, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, lower your knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhale for a low cobra. Exhale, pressing back to downward facing dog. Breathing in down dog. On your next exhale, hop or step forward. Turn a forward fold at the front of the mat. Inhale, hands on shins, nice long flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rolling up to stand. Whew. Exhale, release your hands at either side. All right. Surya Namaskar B. Standing mountain pose at the front of the mat. We'll inhale the arms up into the air, Urdhva Hastasana. On your exhale, bend your knees, lower your bum, and come into chair pose. Uttanasana. On your exhale, you can fold forward. On your inhale, hands on shins, nice long flat back. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back, downward facing dog. Roll forward to plank. Lower your knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhale for a low cobra. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, lift the right leg in the air, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee, bring the leg forward in between your hands. Help it if you need to. Make sure you've got a nice, sturdy, low lunge. Rotate that back knee down and we'll inhale up for a warrior one. Exhale to bring the hands back behind you and come down for humble warrior. Breathing here. Inhaling up, releasing your hands into the air for warrior one. Exhale to frame that front foot. Kick that front foot back to meet the back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rolling forward to plank. Exhale, lower your knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhale for a low cobra. Exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg into the air, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend that knee, swing the leg forward in between your hands. Help it if you need to. Adjust yourself to your nice, sturdy, low lunge. We'll rotate that back heel down and come into a warrior one. Exhale the arms behind you. Interlace your hands behind your back and fold forward for a humble warrior. So you're not wrenching your neck here. On your next inhale, we'll come back to a warrior one. Exhale, frame that front foot. The front foot back to meet the back, downward facing dog. Rolling forward to plank. Lowering your knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhaling for a low cobra. Exhaling, pressing back to downward facing dog. Breathing in down dog or child's pose, whichever you feel more restful. On your next exhale, you can hop or step to the front of the mat. So you're in a forward fold. Inhale, hands on shins, nice long flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhaling, rolling up to stand. All right. Release your hands to either side and give yourself a little shake out. I need your water. All right. Standing in mountain pose at the front of the mat. Inhale the arms into the air. Exhale, bend your knees. Lower your bum down and come into chair pose. Breathing in chair. Exhaling to fold forward. Inhale, hands on shins, nice long flat back. Exhale, fold forward, plant your hands, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, rolling forward to plank. Exhale, lower your knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhale for a low cobra. And exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg into the air, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend your knees, swing your foot forward. Help it if you need to. Come to your low lunge. From here, we'll rotate that back heel down. Inhale up into warrior one. Exhale down into humble warrior. Inhale up into warrior one. Exhale down to frame that front foot. Take that front foot back to meet the back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rolling forward to plank. Exhaling, lower your knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhale for a low cobra. Exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg into the air, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knees, swing the foot forward, help it if you need to. Come into a nice, sturdy, low lunge. Inhale your arms up for warrior one. Exhale your arms behind you for humble warrior. Inhaling up for warrior one. Exhaling down to frame that front foot. Kick that front foot back to meet the back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank pose. Exhale, lower your knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhale for a low cobra. And exhale to press back, the downward facing dog. 3 breaths in down dog, 4 child's pose. On your next exhale, we'll hop or step forward to a forward fold at the front of the mat. Woo. Inhale, hands on shins, nice long, flat back. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, rolling up to stand. Whew. Give yourself a little shake up. We'll add some more on. Standing in mountain pose at the front of the mat. Inhale your arms up above your head. Exhale, bend your knees, lower your bum, bring your hands to heart center. This time we'll go into a chair twist. If it is more comfortable for you for your feet to be together, you can heel toe your feet together now. We'll take the left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Press that elbow against that knee and come into a chair pose twist. On your next inhale, we'll lift the arms in the air, back to chair pose. Exhale, hands to heart center and bring the opposite elbow to the opposite knee, pressing the palms against each other and the knee and the elbow against each other. The more you can lower that bum, the better. On your next inhale, we'll come back to chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands on shins, nice long flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rolling forward to plank pose. Exhale to lower the knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhale for a low cobra. Exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Excuse me. Inhale that left leg into the air, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee, swing the leg forward. Opposite leg. Hope you did the right leg because that's what I'm supposed to do. From here, you can rotate that back heel down. We'll inhale up for warrior one. Exhale down for humble warrior. Inhale back up. Open up those hips and spread the arms out to either side for warrior two. Breathing here. On your next inhale, pop that palm towards the sky. Reach forward as far as you possibly can and then come all the way back to reverse your warrior. Make sure you're not dumping all the weight in your back arm. Make sure that front knee is still bent. From here, we'll straighten that front knee, come back into warrior two arms. Reach forward as far as you can, and then come down for triangle pose. Your hand can be on a block on the mat, on your shin. It can be on the outside of your leg or the inside, whichever is most comfortable for you. I recommend a block because it really helps you straighten out either arm. And just breathe here. On your next inhale, we'll come back up to warrior two, arms keeping that knee straight. We're going to twist the torso around so the opposite arm's in front now. Follow me so far? On your exhale, come on down. So we're just doing triangle, but with the opposite arm down. Move your hand to the interior of your leg if that's more comfortable. Keep your mind on that back knee. You don't want to twist it too far. Breathing here. On your next inhale, we'll come back, rotate back to warrior two. Bring that front knee down, bend it. Then drop the forearm to the thigh and bring the opposite arm over top for side angle pose. Breathing here. On your next exhale, we're going to swing the arms down. Walk your hands over heel to your feet so you're in a wide-legged forward fold. Breathing here. Walk your fingertips underneath your legs, back behind you if you'd like to fold a little bit deeper. On your next inhale, we'll walk the fingertips back around to the front of the mat. Coming into that low lunge again. We'll kick that front foot back to meet the back. Downward facing dog. Inhaling, rolling forward to plank pose. Exhale, dropping your knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhaling for a low cobra. Exhaling, pressing back to downward facing dog. Lifting the opposite leg in the air, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend that knee, swing that leg forward. Help it if you need to. Come into a nice, sturdy, low lunge. We'll drop that back foot down. Inhaling up. Inhaling up to a warrior one. Exhaling down to a humble warrior. Inhaling back up to warrior two. Breathing here. On your next inhale, place your palm towards the sky, reach all the way forward and then back. Reverse your warrior. Make sure that front knee is still bent. Straighten up that front knee, extend the arms to either side, or reach as far as you possibly can, and then come down for triangle pose. Place your hand on the block, on the shin, or on the mat, whatever you prefer. Breathing here. Your next inhale, you come back to warrior two, arms, rotate the body around, and then bring the opposite arm down. On the next inhale, come all the way back into warrior two. We'll drop that forearm to the thigh for side angle pose on your exhale. Breathe in here. On your next exhale, we'll rotate the arms down and come into a wide-legged forward fold. This time we'll heel toe the feet in as close as you're comfortable and drop the bum down for a squat. Breathing here. On your next exhale, you can lower your hands down, press your bum back into the air. Heel toe your feet around so you can come back into a downward facing dog. On your next inhale, you roll forward to plank. Exhale, lower your knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhale for a low cobra. Exhale, pressing back to downward facing dog. 3 breaths in down dog or child's pose, whatever's more restful to you. On your next exhale, you can top or step forward, so you're in a forward fold at the front of the mat. Inhale, hands on shins, nice long flat back. Exhale to fold forward, then inhale, rolling up to stand. Be beautiful. Standing in mountain pose at the front of the mat, we'll inhale the arms into the air. Exhale, bend your knees, come into chair pose. Breathing here. See if you can find that cat spine in your low back and that cow spine in your upper back. Breathing here. Inhale nice and big, and exhale to fold forward. Inhale, hands on shins, nice long flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rolling forward to plank. Exhale, lower your knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhale for a low cobra. Exhale, pressing back to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg into the air, 3-legged dog. Exhale, bend your knees, swing your foot forward. Plant it in between your hands, if you can. Help it if you need to. And come into a nice, sturdy, low lunge. Rotate that back foot down. We'll inhale the arms into the air for warrior one. Exhale the arms down and back for humble warrior. Inhale up for warrior one. Exhale out for warrior two. Inhale your hand forward and then back for reverse warrior. Exhale back to warrior two. Inhale up and exhale down for triangle. Inhale back up to warrior two and exhale down to side angle pose. Breathing here. We're gonna exhale, windmill the arms down. We're gonna just go for a nice side squat. So you can bend one knee, come into the full expression, trying to get this same foot as me, get that heel down to the ground. I simply cannot do that, but if you have the capability to bring that heel down also, you rotate that opposite leg out and point towards the sky. Breathe here for a minute. And when you're ready, just walk your legs over to the opposite side. Just come into a nice half squat on the opposite side. And then on your next exhale, press yourself back up into your wide-legged forward fold. We'll walk the hands around so they frame the front foot. Kick that front foot back to meet the back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rolling forward to plank. Exhale, lower your knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhaling for a low cobra. Exhaling, pressing back to downward facing dog. On your next inhale, lift the left leg into the air, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend that knee, swing that leg forward. Help it if you need to, so you're in a nice low lunge. Exhale to rotate that back heel down. We'll inhale up to come into warrior one. Exhale into humble warrior. Inhaling back to warrior one. Exhale out to warrior two. Inhale forward and then back to reverse your warrior. Exhale to warrior two. Inhale, straighten that leg, reach forward. Exhale for triangle. Inhale for warrior two. Exhale for side angle pose. Go ahead on your next exhale and windmill those arms down. Come into your wide-legged forward fold. We'll do another half squat if you'd like. Anything you're comfortable with, but I'm doing it. Breathing here. Doesn't matter which leg you start with, we'll do the opposite one. On your next inhale, you can press yourself up and exhale into the opposite leg. And on your next inhale, press yourself back up into your wide-legged forward fold. We'll walk the fingertips around so they frame the front foot again. We'll kick this front foot back to meet the back, downward facing dog. Inhale to roll forward to plank. Exhale, lower your knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhale for a low cobra. Exhale to press back to downward facing dog. Breathing in down dog or child's pose. On your next exhale, you can hop or step forward to your forward fold at the front of the mat. Inhale, hands on shins, nice long flat back. Exhale, folding forward and inhaling, rolling up to stand. All right. We'll do one more. We'll do it a little bit differently this time. Standing in mountain pose at the front of the mat. Inhale your arms up into the air. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, hands on shins, nice long flat back. Exhale, fold forward, plant your hands, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, rolling forward to plank. Exhale, lower your knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhale for a low cobra. Exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg into the air, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knees, swing the foot forward. Help it if you need it. So you're in a nice, sturdy, low lunge. Yeah, we're gonna go into a twist here. You have two options. You can lower that back leg and press your hand into the air. Press your left hand into the ground, right hand into the air for your twist. Or you can leave that back leg raised. We'll inhale the arms up for a high lunge. Exhale, hands through heart center. And bring that left elbow to the outside of the right knee and twist from here. Breathing here. On your next exhale, you can frame your front foot with your hands again. I want you to kick that back leg in about 6 inches. Keep that front knee nice and bent. And see if you can come up. Ooh. Do something a little different. Let me see how well this works. Maybe not so well. All right. So come into a nice high lunge. Have your arms into the air. We're going to try to take this back leg and we're going to kick it up. Woo. See? Kick it up in the air like this. All right. So we normally start on our right leg forward, right? So we have our right leg forward, but this time we're going to kick the left leg up into the air. Woo! All right. And then from there, we're going to take this left leg and kick it straight back and come into warrior 3. Breathing here. On your next inhale, I want you to take this back leg, bring it forward so that knee is nice and bent again. I'm cheating, I'm grabbing the wall. And then exhale it back down to the mat. You fall, no big deal. All right. That was fun. Okay. Coming back into your high lunge. We'll exhale and frame that front foot. We'll kick that front foot back to meet the back, downward facing dog. Inhaling to roll forward to plank. Exhale, lower your knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhale for a low cobra. Press back to downward facing dog. Lift that left leg into the air, 3-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knees, swing the leg forward in between your hands. Make yourself in a nice, strong, low lunge here. Option to drop that back knee if you'd like and come into the twist, or you can keep that leg up and come into the twist that way, or you can come into your high lunge, bring your hands to heart center, and hook that right elbow on the outside of that left knee. And twist that way, pressing your palms together, pressing that elbow against the knee. Your next exhale, you can frame that front foot again. Make sure you're in a nice, sturdy low lunge. You're going to come back up to your high lunge. You're going to kick that right leg up into the air. Ooh. All right, and try it again. Kicking that right leg up into the air, arms in the air as well. And then from here, we'll take that right leg, kick it right back behind you for warrior 3. All right. High lunge, kick the leg up, and then kick it back behind you. When you're ready, you can drop that back leg. Nope, let's bring that back leg back into the air. And then exhale, drop it back behind you. Back into your high lunge. We'll exhale the hands down and frame that front foot. Kick that front foot back to meet the back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rolling forward to a low cobra. Exhale, lower your knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhale for a low cobra and exhale, pressing back to downward facing dog. 3 breaths in down dog. And when you're ready, you can hop or step forward to your forward fold at the front of the mat. Inhale, hands on shins, nice long flat back. Exhale to fold forward. And inhale to gently roll up to stand. All right. I'm gonna do some balancing poses. So whatever balancing poses you're most comfortable with, you can certainly do. You can come into a crow or tree. I'm actually going to use my strap here. So I'm just gonna grab the bottom of my foot with it. Make sure this left foot's nice and sturdy. You can come kind of into tree pose, pull that foot up if you want. Eventually, my goal is to come out to the side with it. Bring my knee up here, bring my leg out to the side, and then reach my leg out. And if you fall out, just come right back into it. And when you're ready, you can go ahead and switch legs wherever you're at. If you like to come into tree, if you like to continue crow, or if you just like to play around with lifting your legs into the air. All right, when you've had enough of that, you can go ahead and come back into a mountain pose at the front of the mat. Go ahead and inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, frame your feet, plant your hands, step back to downward facing dog. From here, we'll lift the right leg into the air, three-legged dog. Bend the knee on your exhale, swing the foot forward, and we'll come into pigeon pose. Give yourself any kind of support you want here. Inhale to shine that chest forward and exhale to roll down to the mat. On your next inhale, you can lift your head into the air, shine your chest forward, remove any supports you may have, and bring yourself back to downward facing dog. On your next inhale, bring the left leg into the air, three-legged dog. Exhale, swing that shin forward. Prepare to come into pigeon pose, giving yourself any support you may need, shining that chest forward and then rolling down to the mat. Your next inhale, you can come on up, remove any props you may have. Adjust yourself. And come back into downward facing dog. From here, go ahead and roll forward the plank. And then exhale and lower yourself all the way down. You're going to start just by grabbing your right foot with your right hand. If you have a strap, you can always put the strap around your foot and grab onto the strap instead. Just breathe here. This is not intense enough stretch for you. You can always lift that knee about a half inch off the ground. It should really deepen the stretch. You can feel your heartbeat not in your chest, maybe in your stomach, maybe pressing against the mat. I'm going to call that your chakra work. Go ahead and release that right leg, switch to your left leg. Bending the knee here, grabbing the foot or a strap, whichever you have. Again, if the stretch isn't deep enough for you, you can lift your knee about a half an inch off the mat. Now we'll bend both knees together and come into bow pose. This is really where a strap is going to help someone like me. I'm not very good at bow pose. But what I can do is lift my legs with the strap in the air, and already I've got about 6 more inches that I'm used to. So reach for your feet with your hands if you don't have a strap coming into bow pose, or grab onto a strap and lift your legs into the air if you can. Breathing here. When you're ready, you can release your legs down. Give your hips a little shake back and forth. And roll onto our backs. Start by hugging your knees into the chest, nice and tight. You can roll yourself back and forth. You can rock yourself to and fro. You can make little circles with your knees and give yourself a nice low back massage. And we're going to go back to our chakra. We're going to lift our legs. Ooh, nice. We're going to straighten our legs out and lift them at a 45-degree angle. You can put your toes here. You can flex your feet, whatever's more comfortable. Then you can either use your hands to assist or not, but we're going to lift the body up. Ooh. See if you can actually lift yourself up by grabbing on the back of your legs. Don't just lift your shoulders off the mat. Lift your whole back up. So you're kind of rocking on your tailbone. All right, from here, you can either grab onto your thighs for support, or you can reach your hands out to the sides. If you'd like an even bigger challenge, you can pump your arms while you reach them out to the sides. If your knees bend, no big deal. We're going to breathe here. This is another third chakra pose. Maripura is the third chakra. Just pull those thighs into your chest. Hold your chest up. Just breathe here. And when you're ready, you can relax your body down. Give your hips a little shake out here. Hug the knees into the chest again. Drop your knees to the mat. Make sure your feet are about mat's width distance, and we'll just gently windshield wiper the knees back and forth. All right. Heel toe your feet in a little bit. Make sure you can just about graze your heel with your fingers, and we're going to come into bridge pose. You can do one supported bridge pose with a block under your sacrum, or come into 3 active bridges. Start by lifting the hips in the air, reaching that chin towards the chest, chest towards the chin. Option to move the shoulder blades underneath the back and interlace the hands back behind you. Breathing here, 3 to 5 good breaths. And release your hands, release your arms. Gently roll your back down, back to the mat, vertebrae by vertebrae. On your next inhale, lift the hips into the air again. Reach that chin towards the chest, chest towards the chin. And breathe 3 to 5 good breaths. Release your hands if they're together. Release your shoulders. Roll your spine back down to the back mat. Here. And one more active bridge. Inhaling those hips into the air and reaching that chest towards your chin. Option to wiggle the shoulder blades underneath you and then release your hands back behind your back. Release back down whenever you're ready. Move any props you may have. Windshield wiper out those knees again. We'll hug the knees into the chest. Extend the left leg out to the ground. Extend the right leg up into the air. You can bend the knee a little bit. If you'd like, you can drop it down to a 45-degree angle and bring it back up. But we're just going to make giant circles in the air. So you can cross the leg across the body, come down, whatever space you have. Just make giant circles in the air. Make sure you go both directions. The one leg, just making big circles. And when you've satisfied with your big circles, you can hug both legs into your chest again. This time extend the right leg down to the mat. Extend the left leg into the air. And giant circles crossing in front of the body, coming back up. Crossing down in front of the body, coming back up. Just big, nice, big circles. Make sure you go both directions. Down and then up across the body. Hug both your knees into your chest again. Give yourself a nice tight rock back and forth. And when you're ready, you can drop your knees over to one side. Coming into your nice gentle twist. Your arms can be out as a T in cartoon cactus. You can have one hand on your knees and one arm out to the side. Your gaze can be over your opposite shoulder or towards the ceiling, whichever's more comfortable. You can always cross the top knee over the bottom if you feel like you're not getting a deep enough stretch here. On your next inhale, you can bring your knees back to center. Exhale them down to the opposite side. On your next inhale, you can come back to center, hug those knees into your chest nice and tight, and rock back and forth. You can reach for your feet for happy baby. You can play around with stretching one leg out to the side, or the other leg out to the side. You want to get real crazy, you can always put a strap on one foot and really bring it up to the side. Whatever you do to one side, make sure you do to the other. Give yourself one last big squeeze, holding those knees into the chest. And start to relax down for Shavasana. Before you let go of everything, I just want you to take a moment while you're laying there and imagine your midsection is a paper plate. And all your organs inside that midsection are like baked beans on a paper plate. And just imagine moving that paper plate back and forth, sloshing around those baked beans. And imagine that's how your midsection is. You don't have to hold any tension in there. It can all relax to the sides. All the good work you've done on that navel chakra just soak in and relax. And begin to bring your awareness back to your breath. Introduce small movements in your fingers and toes. Roll. Come out of meditation the best possible way by a dog barking in your ear. Come up to a comfortable seat, whatever that means to you. And we'll close with one om. Make sure you thank yourself for coming to yoga today and doing something for yourself. Come back to your mantra real quick. Inhale here. Loka, Samasa, Shikino, Bhavantu. May all beings be free from suffering. Namaste.